Hello and welcome from Melbourne, a track modified since we last raced here in Albert Park, and I think with the changes, it's going to be a classic. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. It's a combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners, making it a very tricky track when it comes to overtaking. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Formula 4 Round 9. We are at Australia today, but we started this session with a touching tribute to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, who sadly passed away last week, and it was her state funeral today, and we just felt right to start with a touching tribute to her and her long reign for us. But let's move on to the Australian Grand Prix, and as usual, I am not alone. I am joined in the commentary box by none other than Diggle. Diggle, how are you doing today?
Good evening, Bloom. I'm good. I'm glad to be back. It's coming up to the tail end of the season now, so it's getting crunch time for these boys.
Yes, and we're already a couple minutes into the session, but we only have a couple of cars out on track. Bannister leading the way for John Player Special. I was just talking to Diggle about Bannister before we started, because he's in an interesting position in the table right now. Pot 4 driver, but he is currently 13th. But he has Mini and Walker behind him, both on 54 points also. So, yes, interesting little championship battle going on there. But we see him out on track. First car for John Player Special.
No, of course, and I'm on top of that as well. We've been to Albert Park before in previous seasons, but as the game intro even suggested to us, we've got a new track layout for these guys this evening. Major modifications in the middle sector, so it's going to be a lot more of a flat out circuit. DRS is going to be a lot more important, so we can see probably a few more drag racing side by side really into these heavy braking zones.
Yeah, we have had some three abreast battles going on some of the previous tracks. So as you say, yes, a faster circuit now, less corners. Let's see what action this will bring us as Bannister starts off this Q1 session.
Of course, I'm just sitting on board with him now. He's had a nice exit of the last corner. He's not taken too much curb into turn 1 as well. But he's going to come down into turn 3 after this short DRS zone, which can sometimes cause overtaking, but we have seen many incidents occur down here. 3 into 1. He's been careful on the curbs around here as well. They've raised them this season, as far as I can see, so it could be a little bit dangerous with the back end of the car kicking out. But this is where the track completely changes. You could take it a lot quicker through this middle sector of the track. There's no heavy braking zone, and now it is just this long drag all the way to the famous left-right to round out the middle sector. We've had it come up on the stream that Glock has retired. Don't know what happened on that one. Really, I think that was in the pits, maybe. Yeah. But it's been a very clean sector so far for Bannister. He's coming to round the lap up now, and this is another corner they've changed. They've made it wider, but it's more of a 90-degree corner, so it's a lot tighter on exit. And just like that, round Albert Park, we're coming to the final 2 corners. He's going to want to keep the car as far left as he can now to open this right-hander, get the foot down, keep the back end in check, open the DRS, and drag it down to the line. Where is Bannister going to kick us off for round 9 of Formula 4? Puts it up with the 1:19.8.
Yeah, fantastic lap there from Bannister, and fantastic on board as per usual from Diggle. But I could hear your voice. You said before the stream that your voice is a little bit rough at the moment. So, yeah, we will do our best to fill in the gaps where you're struggling, mate. So, but who do we have coming across the line next? Energetics starting the lap. But yes, something to point out. Diggle just said we got Draftas and Glock both retired, I believe, in the pits. So they won't be setting a time for us in qualifying, but Draftas does typically do that. I think it's to do with the assists that he's running this season and his ability. So in fairness, it's just trying to keep him off the front of the starts of the race. But we have in the comments, J-Mart, sorry I couldn't be here tonight. We'll be back next week. And yeah, hearts go out to you too, J Marts. We have 18 on track at the minute. We do have a couple reserves. Talking about reserves, Liam, yes, just crossed the line, posting a provisional pole time 118.5. Only 2 times on the board, but there we are.
It shows the change of the tracks and how quicker this lap has gotten. Looking back to last season, the pole time was set by Pease. He did a 120.4.
Wow.
Now, where they've removed those heavy braking zones, that middle sector's just completely flat out near enough. It shows how much quicker this race is going to be.
Yes, and Marlborough for Keezer for Marlborough, should I say, coming round the final sector. Where is that going to post him? Marlborough doing quite well in the UK and combined constructors. Keezer going with a 119.4. But Marlborough typically does really well in the qualifying sessions, which has rewarded them because in the UK constructors, they are currently leading with 334 points. And Xerxes posting a 131.4, so that must be a warm-up lap. But we know Xerxes has been having a couple issues with the qualifying sessions, trying to find his rhythm, should I say. But someone not struggling to find the rhythm is just Mikey for Samsung, posting up into third there. Oh, and Liam, I think, retiring in the pits, so he's quite happy with his time there. Teaser going quite slow. There was a car behind. I'm not sure who that is. That looks like it might be a reserve.
Whoever it was, maybe it was Energetics. He's the only other guy on a live run at the moment.
Yeah, Energetics, now a reserve driver for us.
Just having a quick look in the Twitch chat as well while we're just waiting for those to come round. Droftus just hopping in. Pillis is trying to fix his controller. So it could be why we haven't seen him leave the garage just yet. Having a quick look here, Glock. Yeah, having some fun stuff from the back. Apologies if you covered that one already, Bloom.
No, that's cool.
And Gogs, welcome to my world. It's good to see you, Gogs. Hope you're well. And Xerxes, wow, 18.4. So he needed that warm up.
Yes.
Takes provisional so far.
I did miss that one. I was just looking to see who was next to cross the line. I haven't missed that he'd already crossed the line. But just Mikey coming into the pits. Pease is out on a flyer currently. Pease
so is Wouter as well.
Wouter has been putting in some phenomenal times in these sessions. So interesting to see where that's going to put him. But Pease trailing Death Dragon by a single point in the constructor's title. In the driver's title, sorry.
Chewy's just crossed the line there as well with a 19.7 for Castrol. Up in a P5. It's already cut in there, Blue.
No, that's fine. Wouter, 117.9, already down into the 17s, beating his teammate Xerxes by 5/10. Who's this we have coming down now? But Pease responds with a 117.9 also. Only 30,000 of a second away. So yes, really bringing the fight here at Albert Park.
I mean, since coming into the Formula 4 this season, starting off as a reserve and getting a full-time seat, Wouter's really taken it to the top guys, and we've seen some good old-fashioned ding-dongs, as you like to say, Bloom, over the last couple races. And it's like to see we're kicking off the same way we've ended the last race.
Right, we've got Ranzel for Marlborough. He's invalidated his lap, so next to cross the line will
DJ should be the next one.
Current championship leader by a singular point. All important point. Could come down to the final race, but we are on round 9 at Albert Park, and Death Dragon crosses the line, putting it provisional third, 119.4. A little bit off the mark for the guys at the front, but we know he can do well in a race format, so let's see how that unfolds for him.
It looked like coming out of the middle sector, his rear kicked on him when he was trying to get the traction down. So I don't know if it's a setup or he was just trying to push a bit too hard, but I guarantee we'll probably see him out on track again. He's not going to want to let the guys get away too far.
I think Blood and Sand has retired from the session down in Sector 3. I can't get a camera near him right now. Next to come across him will be Ramsel, but yes, the car has disappeared. Blood and Sand out of this session now.
Well, you mentioned in regards to Ramsell as well. Last season, he was the driver of the day, and he's gone round.
Parking right next to a wheel or a tyre that's been left
Right,
on track.
so that is the one and only on board I'll do with Ramsell tonight, I think.
But as usual, doing well to stay out of the way of the other
course.
drivers. But he does have more than enough time to get back into the pits, get a fresh set of tyres on. Oh, and Sloth has done the identical thing. Sloth in the exact same place further back. He was also on
So
a
normally
flyer.
that middle sector catches people out, but it seems like it's doing the same as normal. I thought it may have changed with this season's game, but Callum's just coming down to the line for Puma just to keep an eye on where he's going to be going, up in a P8 with a 19.6. And across the line behind him, Curtis with an 18.2.
Yes, fantastic.
Brilliant lap by the JPS driver.
Yeah, beating the current championship leader by a few tenths as well, for good measure. Curtis currently in third place, trailing behind, but no real threat from anybody else. Curtis 124 points from DJ 154, P's 153.
Well, we've known before in regards to Curtis, even if he's had a NAF qualifying, he always shows up right at the end of the race in the top 5, in the top 3, something along those lines. So the fact he's up there now, I wouldn't count him out yet. We've got plenty of races still to go this season.
Yes. Someone looking like they're having a bit of trouble. Energetics in the reserve livery. He was out on a flyer previously and invalidated, and he invalidated his first flying lap there by looks on it also. So, oh, and we have someone around. I think Mikey G was having an adventurous line somewhere.
I think it's these curbs again where they've raised some of them compared to last year. If you're attacking it and the ride height is too low, you're going to underset the car. So you're going to upset the car, sorry. The rear's just going to come loose and it's going to snap like we've seen on other tracks earlier this season.
Ooh, Death Dragon has retired. I'm assuming that is in the pits. But Ramsell, I was riding on board with him. He did manage that middle chicane better this time round.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, though. In regards to people that need to set a time and who we're going to lose, we're only going to lose 3 drivers, I believe.
Well, yes. Droftas and Glock already retired. Blood and Sand did DNF, so he won't be finishing. And I believe that's it. We won't actually be losing any drivers.
So as long as the guys haven't set a time, can do a quicker time than a 1:21.
And there we go. Energetics
then
does
that'll be through
a 1:19.0. So he did find a good line to get around that track. And Sloth is currently on an outlap, so as long as he can beat Blood and Sand's 1:21, or even Mikey G's 1:40, to be fair, then yeah, should be
I was
through.
just going to say, in regards to Sloth, this is a man we've seen time and time again, unfortunately, have an issue with the rear of the car. So let's really hope that Castrol driver's nailed it down, and he can push on to get a solid lap in.
As Ramsell managed the lap prior, managed that middle sector better this time, as did Sloth this time round. But I'm watching Sloth managing an okay lap. It's only his outlap, so maybe we should go on board.
So I was riding on board. His teammate, though, Chewy, has just improved up to 8th, the 19.1.
Yes, Chewy doing a fantastic job as well, I must say. 6th place, but he is a top 4 driver, so really consistent on his points. Able to score at every round, I believe, so far this season. So that has awarded him 6th place in the driver's title. And he's only a few points behind 4th and 5th, bear in mind as well. So if he has a better day than Mikey G and Glock, he could be back up into 4th place. And for a pot 4 driver, that is an absolutely phenomenal achievement.
Oh, it's insane. Absolutely insane. It's been an incredible season for the man. But I believe the other cars are going to be coming in now. But we're going to have Sloth and Bannister who'll be next to set another valid lap.
Yeah, Chewy has invalidated, so and his fuel light is flashing, so we might not. Oh, he did improve his last lap, so he might not have time to go again. He is near the end, so he might just scrape it if his pit crew get his car.
It's going to have to be a quick in, change the tyres and get back out, definitely. But where is Sloth going to be? It's been a neat middle sector. He actually went purple, but like with normal, we don't know if that's relative to everyone or just the cars in front. But he's out the final corner. It's been nice and slick from the Castrol driver. Where's he going to go? Up in a P7 with an 18.7.
Yeah,
brilliant lap.
Time there. And that's Chewy just coming. Is that Chewy coming back out? Or no, Mikey G. Mikey G back out. 2 minutes 30 left in this session, so he does have enough time to get round and get another lap in, because that 1 minute 40 currently will knock him out of this Q1 session.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, the drivers under threat really are going to be, to be fair, it depends on how much they can improve by. Anyone from, Chewy backwards. 5 tenths, 6 tenths can make all the difference there.
Yes. Well, I think
and
this
of course,
will
Mikey
round
G with
off
1 minute 40, but I think that was a given.
If Mikey G gets through, like you say, that will round off our Q1 session. But yeah, Q2, it's looking like the cutoff will be a mid 119.
Yeah, they're already showing how close on pace they are, and even at the front as well. We're getting that same kind of spread, which is looking, getting spicy. Exactly. Had to get it in while my voice is still working.
Yes. So
yeah, believe it or not, everyone at home, it is still me. I do sound more manly than normal.
Mikey G coming down to the line is starting his lap. So let's go off on to somebody else. Bannister. He started his lap as well.
He went for another run, yeah. He's just improved with a 19.4.
He did, so I think that is changing our cutoff for Q2. So I think a 119.5 won't get you through in Q2. And normally we do see faster times in the second session.
I mean, the big news for me is once Mikey G's improved, that is going to be those three, wouldn't it? It'd be Blood, Sandroft, and Glock. So,
yeah, that's
Ramsel, senior, through to Q2.
Can be easy to invalidate. Can be easy to lose the back end on that chicane, which he just got through. And I believe he won't have time to get to the line, so this will be his final shot. Where is Mikey G going to get him? Mikey G is quite high up in the table, so I suspect he will be top 10. Oh,
what a lap!
He does P9.
And just like normal, joining his Castrol teammates.
Yes.
Which got Energex who's snuck in the middle there.
We do only have 3 Castrols in this session. We do only have 3 Marlboros in the session, but all of those are through. We've got 3 Pumas, which are all also through. Only 2 JPS through to Q2. Glock, obviously, in the chat, he said he was going to have some fun from the back. So only 2 JPS drivers through. What else do we have? Only 2 Samsung through. But with...
I mean, my personal main point, I just want to throw in there, Bloom, is the fact that Ramsel through to Q2.
Yes.
So with the bad luck, unfortunately, he's had the last couple qualifyings. He's made it into the second round, and we've seen it before where he can pull it out the bag. Driver of the day here last year. Clearly likes the track.
Yes, that's a good point. Driver of the day last season. Can he convert this season? He has had a bit of bad luck, but Wouter top in the session, only by a small margin now. P's chasing him down, Curtis and Death Dragon, all top contenders here for this Grand Prix. So, but losing out on this session, we've got Blood and Sand, Droftas and Glock. Droftas and Glock obviously choosing to start the session at the back. So, yes, on to our Q2 session now.
To be fair, the one thing we've not actually had come through yet, unless I've missed it, Bloom, is the weather. Australia tends to be dry and sunny, but
Yeah, it's nice.
You never know with these
The
games.
wet stuff, is it? Though we have had some wet Grand Prix in Australia.
Maybe that was Glock's plan all along. He knows it's going to rain in the race.
Yeah, he's currently retired in the pit, so we can go off and do a rain dance. Well, 15 minutes is what the drivers are allowed for this Q2 session. Any tyre choice they can have, but we no longer have the Q2 tyre rule. So any tyre that they pick here, they don't have to use for the race. But we have Gogs joining the session. So there we go. Gogs will be starting the back and also driving this Australian Grand Prix. So Castrol leading the way. Sloth first out for Q2. Liam also out, reserve driver. We know he has got some incredible speed in that car, so we'll see what he can do here. Also, Death Dragon, current leader, but only by a point. Pease will have, well, we'll see if Pease has anything to say about that, see if he can knock Death Dragon down. We know Pease has got the pace, but Death Dragon scored every race, so we'll see where he comes.
And just keep an eye on the chat there, Glock. On the stream, I'd be slow as in the rain anyway, so prefer it to be dry.
What, is that
I never
Glock?
thought I'd hear the day.
Who is that? That's not Glock.
I don't know. That can't be Glock. No way. Wanting it to be a dry race.
Okay, he's retired from Q1, so we can do a dry dance.
A dry dance. No.
If there is such a thing. But Sloth for Castrol coming around the final corner to start the first lap of this Q2 session in Albert Park. Very tight.
Yeah, he seems a lot more settled with the car already, even with the outlap.
Yeah, well, we're seeing high 117s in Q1. And who's that? Malba driver doing well to stay clear out of the way. And I tell you what, Sloth is pushing the limits of the track here. They're doing a phenomenal job trying to get every inch possible.
And you said it.
That did. I set him up to fail there. He's just pushed the limit just a little bit too far, and the stewards have gone, no.
I was just about to say, he can use all the curbs he wants as long as he doesn't put all four wheels over that line. And he just went ahead and did it.
He did. But it just goes to show the effort these drivers put in. And Liam's just done the same. He's cut the corner of the chicane. So he is also invalidated. But this just goes to show what kind of session you can have on some of these tracks. Getting a valid lap sometimes is hard enough. But what's our next car? Death Dragon.
Oh, we got Xerxes round. Xerxes is round at the end of the first sector. He's had a bit of a spin.
Yeah, Xerxes did well first session, but we are now on board with Death Dragon coming round the final corners, looking to set a time. He was about 5 tenths off the leaders in the 18s last time round. Where are we going to go this time? We are in the 118s again, 118.3.
Solid lap, and well, we saw where that can get in regards to the top 5, top 6. So he's cementing himself up at the front again. But our championship leader, does he have anything else he could pull out this session?
Energetics next across the line, I think. But yes, as you say, where can Death Dragon come? But yeah, a 118.3 consistently will award you a good place finish in a race. Oh, Energetics taking a very creative line there. It's a bit naughty. I think he's underfueled the car to try and get maximum out of it, but he did only get a 119.8. But Callum, a Puma, 120.3, and a less creative line across turn 1. But
I mean, whatever setup Energetics is running here, as he exited the final corner, he decided to do a bit of the trimming of the grass as well on the outside. Kicked up a bit of dirt, but he seemed to keep it going. I think Keyser is going to be our next man across the line for Marlborough.
He is. Marlborough doing well.
Another guy that's shown some very good pace this season. And right up with his teammate with a 19-1. And I believe we have a Castrol that was round in the background there. Didn't quite catch who that was.
Oh,
it was Chewy.
Oh.
Chewy on his run. I think he lost it coming out the final corner. He managed to keep it out the wall by the looks of it, but he's going to want to get in, get rid of those tyres and get some fresh rubber on ASAP.
Yeah, I did see Sloth coming round at the same time, but Sloth's on 2 lap old tyres now, which means he's not managed to set a valid lap after a commentator's curse on track limits. But maybe Chewy was a bit pressured by his teammate and wanted to make sure he stayed out the way. But Mikey G for Castrol doing a great job going up into second place, 118.7.
And down across the line, Wouter with a 17.4.
Wow. Even quicker
That
than
is
Q1.
the quickest we've had. Yeah, these boys are going to start dropping the weight and dropping the times.
That is impressive. The track will rubber in as well, so they should have better adhesion for the tyres. And yeah, let's see where that goes. But I think we was looking before 119.4 might be the cutoff, but I think with how this is improving, it might be a 19.3, 19.2 to get through to.
Oh, Sloth taking a very wide line. Oh, he's into the pits now. I don't know if that was voluntary or not. Braking zone, second to last corner, just got on the grass and just kind of got pulled off the road.
Chewy also into the pits. I think he's out of fuel. So yeah, the driver's really pushing the car to the limit to try and get everything out of him. Does just Mikey coming down across the line now, and he does go across the line with a 120.1. Immediately.
Ramsel with a 19.4. Sorry to cut in there. Up at a P5 for Marlborough.
No, I could see just Mikey trying to make sure he's clear out the way. And P's getting very loose on turn 1 there. I think his teammate may have even distracted him slightly, making sure he was out of the way. But yeah, he's not having
Stellar
the best
lap there by
lap
Ramsel.
there.
So who do we have on a run at the moment? The next round probably will be Liam.
JPS.
Liam will be the next guy to cross to set a lap. Just exited the final corner now. Our reserve driver coming down across the line. Where's he going to go? Up in a P2 with an 18.2.
I'm telling you, these times are getting rapid. The cut-off is going to be between Keezer and Ramsel.
And I believe the next guy that we'll be seeing with a valid lap time is going to be Xerxes. And as I've said that, he's gone wide out the middle chicane. Sorry, middle sector. Up over the curb to validate the lap.
Ooh. Ramsel trying to move out of the way, but Xerxes also trying to get out of the way. So, yeah. Nearly concertinaed into each other there. But we do have Curtis. We know Curtis can put in a rapid lap for John Player Special. Where is this going to put the black and yellow livery?
The slide of that car coming out of that right hander there. Catching it well.
Wow. Curtis 118.2, also banging it up into second place. But we have the Samsung cars. P's, I think, is going again because, like I say, he got a bit loose after turn 1. Again, pushing them limits on them curbs. I think you have to just to try and contend with these guys at the front. P's is going to have to pull something special out to bring it to Wouter. But we do have some yellow flags down here. Is this going to cause any problems for the Samsung driver? No, the John Player Special is well out of the way there, but yellow flags waving nevertheless.
And Bannister just crossing the line as well, getting his first time on the board, putting him up into P7 with a 19.2. So like you said, that cut off. 19.2, 19.3.
Yeah, it's going to be, Ramsel is going to be on the cusp. Because we've still got Xerxes, Sloth yet to set a lap, P's to set a representative lap. Chewy also that's not a representative lap from him. So there's immediately 4 drivers who could be in front of Ramsel, pushing him down to 12th.
Well, I think Xerxes unfortunately has had a bit of a moment on his run. He's moving out the way though for Pease, who is on a push. He's got 2 corners to go. Just coming around the final corner now for Samsung. Where is Pease going to go? Wouter currently sat on the top step with a 17.4. What has Pease got to answer the man?
Oh, a 118.
Goes in with an 18.4.
I mean, Q2, not as critical as Q3.
Okay. He has done 2 laps on the tyres, but maybe he's had a bit of a moment, or just not wanting to show his true pace yet.
Yeah, that might be it. Bannister 6 seconds down on his time, so he's not improving here. But 1:19.2 could be safe. But looking at these guys down the bottom, like I say, Ramsel, Bannister, they're going to be around the cusp for this session. Oh, and Pease.
So close on pace, it's going to be close.
He's pulled well out of the way. Wouter happy with his time? I think I would be if I was Wouter also.
So at the moment, I believe the two people actually on a valid run are going to be the two Castrals. Currently down in 13th and 14th. Can they get up into Q3 to join Mikey G? Chewy sliding out of that right-hander. But it's kept it facing the right way, and it's looking neat and tidy so far.
Yeah. Looking like an okay day in the office for Marlborough at the moment. Castral, like you say, 13th, 15th, needing to do something, but Puma in a similar situation. Xerxes not able to get a valid lap in yet this session. Looking to be in trouble.
Chewy down across the line with his first representative, and that's a 19.3, so there we go.
It's going to be there.
Bloom, have you ever thought about doing the lottery? Right.
Yeah, and then I don't win.
Okay.
We have too many yellow flags there. I can't see what the time is left in this session. It's not going to be much. We're only going to have 3 minutes 27 left in this session, so enough time for anybody to get in and out and shake it all about. I'm here all night, mate. Here all night. But I tell you what, who is coming down? Keezer is coming down to cross the line. Oh no, and he's loose. He's lost his front end. I'm surprised he's still in the fight there, because that would have been a heavy collision there. But he's got a Castro just coming round him. I'm not sure who that was. Probably Mikey G. No, it wasn't. It was.
No, it was a Sloth who was just starting another run after invalidating Xerxes as well. Unfortunately, with an invalidated lap, he's going again. So these two boys in 14th and 15th need to get a lap in. They need to be careful, mind those track limits. They both got the pace.
1:19.1 for Keezer, and he won't have a chance to go again, because with that damage, trying to get round, back into the pits and back out again, he won't have enough time.
It's going to be close, but he could just about be safe.
So who have we got here? We got Energetics trying to warm his tyres up. He has a car in front of him, just Mikey. Both of them on an outlap currently, about to start a flyer, and it's critical for the both of them to improve to get through to the next session. Just Mikey made it into Q3 last round. Can he make it into Q3 here? Xerxes
just having a quick look at this. Xerxes has retired. I was just about to say, we've just jumped on the Sloth who invalidated his lap, and Xerxes has gone off on that right-hander in the middle sector. So these two guys are just failing to get a lap on the board. They're feeling it, and unfortunately Xerxes looks like he's pushed a bit too hard. Sloth he's got this one shot now. He has to get a lap in.
Yeah. Final effort, final showdown for Sloth. We won't talk about track limits. I say that, he actually has got enough time to go again. He will finish this lap before the flag drops, but he's got 2 laps.
Well, it was the yellow flag that threw me off.
Yes, 2 laps on these tyres currently. Mikey G posting a time worthy of 4th place, a 1:18.3. So can his teammate pull it out of the bag? All he really needs to do is get a valid lap in and then worry about how fast it is. But he has to do that both at the same time as Pillars joins the session, so we will have 2 cars. Oh, Death Dragon. Retired. Who's out on track though? Oh, Ramsel. Ramsel with the yellow flags. I've seen a
Yeah, Ramsel is going to get ready for his final run, so it's going to be crunch time for Ramsel, Energetics, Mikey, Callum, and Sloth.
Well, both Energetics and Mikey have invalidated their lap, so they're going to have to go again. So they will literally be down to the final chance of getting through this session.
Well, I've just been riding on board with Sloth. He's coming up to the final 2 corners now. He's kept it off the grass. He's done well. He's still valid. 1 corner to go. Can he join his Castro teammates in Q3? No! And he's gone wide on the final corner. No!
That will be this and the next lap, meaning he has no valid time on the lap
That
I'm
is
sure
heartbreaking.
inside his helmet he will be seething, absolutely fuming with himself. Xerxes and Sloth not able to get a valid lap in. The checkered flag is out, so no more improving for the likes of Keezer, Bannister, and Chewy, but they are currently safe. But under threat from Ramsel, Energetics, Mikey, and Callum.
Ramsel's gone. Ramsel's invalidated his lap. That's him done. So that's a 19-4. So who it is down to now? Yeah, Callum, Mikey, and Energetics. Who is going to be able to get into Q3?
They're riding on board with just Mikey. He will be the first to improve if he can. I didn't catch what his delta was at the last sector, but let's see.
He's still pushing. He's going strong. So he's not giving up. His battery is nearly completely gone.
Feel like on.
He hasn't got a valid on the last corner.
Q3 last
Where's he going to
week.
go?
Can he go Q3 this week? Always just on the cusp.
Callum goes 11th. Where's Energetics going to go? 19.8 currently. How much does he improve by? And he does it. He gets into Q3 with a 19.1.
He's not
pushing Ramsel out.
Ramsel almost nodding his car in frustration with his
He was
helmet
so
on.
Close.
That was
for the first time his first time in a while into Q2, and he nearly slingshot himself straight to Q3.
Yeah, 19.3 earns you Q3, 19.4 earns you a 15-minute respite now before the race.
Go on then, Bloom. You predicted the cut-off for Q3. What pole time were we expecting?
That was a complete fluke. Well, we did a 1:17.4 here, so let's look for a 1:17.3. I don't think there's much left in it because I think Wouter absolutely gave it everything. So,
I thought you were going to give us a 1:16 prediction.
No, I think Wouter's completely pushing the limits because look, he is 7/10 clear of anybody. But we did see Peas do a better lap last session, but we all know that it will come down to Q3. But not appearing in Q3, we will not be seeing Ramsel, Callum, Just Mikey, Xerxes, and Sloth. Xerxes and Sloth not able to put a valid lap in. I'm sure a pair of them will be so frustrated with themselves. But yes, we move now to Q3 for the Australian Grand Prix. And we've been missing all the chat on the Twitch, haven't we?
I mean, have a look on that one. I'm just quickly going to touch on the fact that we've got second, third, and fourth there, all within a tenth of each other.
Yes, I mean Wouter.
So
really,
these times are going to drop.
Yeah. There's Glock saying he will be slow in the rain anyway, so he'd prefer drive. But Princess Phoebes bringing in the psychology again. So there's reverse psychology. Because she was bringing the prayers last week for Glock, but now she's bringing the predictions. I spin regardless of the weather nowadays. And Princess Phoebes, I will refrain from my prayers this evening. There you go. She's even talking about prayers. I should have read further down before I'd started. But Mikey G.
I mean, I think the main thing is that she doesn't miss the bus tonight.
Yes. Princess Phoebes, that distracted with our racing last season that we found out she actually missed the bus for work. So yes, we'll set a buzzer, an alarm for you to go. You'll have 5 lights for the bus for work. But yes, Mikey G saying, "Evening, boys." Mikey G. That was his name last season. We gave him a bit of a DJ name, bit of a DJ. And Xerxes, what does RNG mean on my?
Random something. It's like luck, random.
Okay. RNG curbs. Let's go.
As in, I think that may be a slight dig at the fact he may have gone over a curb so many times and it's been fine, and then all of a sudden he's gone over it and it's decided to boot him off.
Yeah. Yes, really unfortunate to see Xerxes.
They get random number generator blue. RNG.
Oh, cool. There we go. It's just random.
Cheers, Xerxes.
I ain't going to ask what AF is. I know what that is.
I think it means as fast.
Yes. But Death Dragon starting our Q3 session for Marlborough. Princess Phoebes obviously nodding at last week's race, saying it was intense. That intense, obviously, she missed the bus.
And on top of that as well, just having a quick look, Ramsell invalidated the final run. That's gutting for him, but
Yeah.
P11 for the race. He's clearly got the pace here. Look
Free
forward
tyre
to the
choice.
race, man. Take the break.
Free tyre choice for P11, but free tyre choice for also P10 now, so not really anything to gain.
I was thinking more that you can, rest, relax, recuperate, kind of focus again and get on with the race. So that's where the points are going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, because we don't have a break between qualifying and the race here, so we just go straight into the action. So no ice cream break for anybody in this Q3 session. You're laughing at my Days
We're
of
not
Thunder
actually in
reference.
Australia, Bloom. All right, just saying, like an ice cream now is not really suitable.
Well, I was thinking the Days of Thunder reference.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
For anybody old enough that's watched that movie. It's a NASCAR movie. I dare even think how old it is. Let's not go there.
Tell you what, I'll find out for you. While the stream goes on, I will find out how old that film is for you.
There's no guesses for my age looking at my username, but you can't actually see my username on there, so we'll stick with that for now. I'm as young as my voice sounds, but Death Dragon certainly bringing the youth of racing here. So let's see where our first Q3 session is not quite been up the top on this Albert Park run, but we are going to be looking at a 1 minute 17.9. He gets into the 17s. There we go. What response has anybody got?
Chewy's invalidated, unfortunately. We've got Liam rounding the final corner. So where is Liam going to go compared to DJ? Is he going to be up there at the front? 27.8. So we're going to see him run again. Energetics will be the next one across the line. And Bloom, I think we've had an age guess in the chat, 32 and 36. Someone shout bingo at some point.
Well, there's always time for ice cream, says Ramsell. I'll just point that one out instead. But Energetics coming down to the line, he's not got a very good time right now, so maybe that was not a valid.
Cut the attention to Peas. Peas is rounding the final corner. Is this going to be a representative run of what he has in the tank? What he's going to be laying down in front of Wouter this evening? Crosses the line with a 17.7. Next across the line, I believe, is going to be Wouter himself. Crosses the line himself with a 17.3.
Oh, there we go. 17.3. Now he can't improve because otherwise my guest will be out. So
Energetics is loose. He's caught it though. Sorry to jump in there. He went up across the grass. He's lost an M plate. He will have to come in and fix that damage. Who have we got coming round next?
Energetics does have a flashing fuel light, so we're probably going to have to come in again, as will Liam. Both reserve drivers for us at the moment.
Oh, we've got Chewy rounding the final few corners now. He does have Curtis in front, who's on an outlap. So Curtis might need to get a move on or move out of the way. He's got a Castrol catching up behind him. Oh, Chewy's in. Okay, maybe not happy with that run.
Yeah, Curtis starting his flying lap now. But Xerxes kind of cheating a little bit because I think he knows exactly the year. It said born in the best year. The year of the labyrinth and the
who's that in the wall there? We've got Energetics has gone to move out the way, and he's parked it in the crypto wall, the tire wall.
Rather bizarre, but he's still missing his end plate, so we know he was coming into the pits anyway.
Definitely, but I think that's getting out of the way in a hurry.
Right, who is that? Keys are coming into the pits. I don't think Bannister is about to start a flying lap. So Curtis, the only one that really going to be bringing us any action.
Well, while we're waiting for Curtis to bring the action, just to cut back to the chat again there, Rams will pop it in. Chewy for pot 2/3.
Chewy is in Q3, to be fair. Top 4 driver in Q3. Tough one.
He's shown some good pace this season, but he's been consistent. And he's been there to pick up where people have fallen.
Because, not all races are won with flat-out paces. Sometimes
Curtis, what a lap. 17.9 up into P4.
Sorry, I was just
so he's sticking with he's sticking with DJ and P's. So our 3 title protagonists all next to each other.
Yes. And Wouter just Let's spice it up a little.
Spicy.
Spice it up.
Ramsel, no, get him out. No, Ramsel, you know what? You just have to deal with the cards you're dealt sometimes, mate, all right? Come on.
So, well, Ramsel was asking what we're guessing. So, yes, my my username is
in regards to that, I did find out.
Oh, go on then.
I found out the year Days of Thunder came out, 1990.
Oh, I was surprised. I thought it was going to be like 80s.
No, 1990 it came up on this one. So unless Google's lied, which when does Google lie?
No, they don't lie. They don't lie. 1990 for Days of Thunder, but yes, always time for ice cream. But yeah, we don't really see much rubbing here at Formula 4 because these guys know how to race side by side. So we won't see any NASCAR rubbing, although we do have a couple incidents, but we do have instant rooms full of students ready to receive any grievances.
Your transition of subject is just perfect, mate. I wondered where you were going with that conversation. But Chewy now down back to the track action, down across the line for Castro with his first valid run of the session. And 19.3, it flashed up on my screen there.
That must
but it hasn't counted as. No, he was.
Because he's got 0.
Unless it was a this and next lap. Huh.
But Kiza is coming down towards the line now. Oh, that's not a valid time.
Yeah. 1 for 1. We've both been mugged off there.
Yeah.
So energetics then.
When they get halfway down the third sector. Oh no, energetics did put a time in there.
Okay, Liam, come on, Liam, get a lap in, please. Let's have a lap on the board. An 18-1. There we go. Not losing my marbles just yet.
No, well, there's losing and lost, but we have
never had in the first place.
Bannister, he's going to round off this lap. So I think his first run was invalid, but his second run will be valid, and it will be a valid 1:18.8, putting him provisionally P6. But another Pot 4 driver.
Mikey G coming up behind. PA at the moment goes up to P5 with an 18 flat.
Yeah, fantastic.
I believe behind him is going to be Chewy. So there we go. Chewy going for the run. Where's he going to put his Castrol? Up in a P7.
Yeah, fantastic drives there. P7 and P8 owned by Pot 4 drivers. So I don't think they need to reevaluate the pots, but it just goes to show it's not all about outright pace.
Kiza got very close to the wall on the exit of the final corner. He's crossed the line and gone up into 7th as well with an 18.4. So energetics around the final corner. Is this going to be his first representative lap on the board for the reserve driver? Crosses the line with a 19.1. So a massive improvement, only a few tenths off a Bannister.
Yeah. They all get so close to that line going through turn 1. Curtis.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's just invalidated. I believe he's going for another run.
Yeah. But Liam, happy with his time. Not going to be doing any more runs in this Q3 session.
I mean, just having a quick look before we get some more laps in there. Ramsel still going on about that Pot 4. Get them out.
Are you sure he's still on about the Pot 4?
Okay, I put on a little bit of weight this year, but not that much. Come on. Mikey G crossing the line, though, with a slower lap, so he'll be wanting to probably go for another run. I mean, Ramsel, in answer to this, a bad worksman only blames his tools. Come on.
Yeah, Bannister coming into the pits. We've got 2 Marlboroughs behind. Kiza also coming into the pits. Death Dragon wanting to round
EJ.
off the lap. Very close there.
We threw that round the final corner.
Ooh,
up at a P2.
15.5. Now Wouter.
Oh, Wouter, though, with a response. Where's he going to place the car? Obviously, first already, or provisional pole, but does he improve?
I think that was his outlap. He's invalid.
This game.
Well, what we do know is Wouter, Death Dragon, and Peas are now on a flyer, although Peas could be coming in. Death Dragon, sorry, not Peas. Curtis crossing the line. Did he improve? I'm not sure if that was a valid lap. But he's got a 1:17.9 nevertheless. So top 4 into the 17s. Mikey G just outside, but he has retired, so he won't be improving this lap. And that is our Q3 checkered flag.
So DJ has invalidated. So we have Wouter, Pease, and Curtis are beg your pardon, 2 of the 3 championship protagonists on a run.
Well, I can tell
How
you,
much can they improve?
Wouter had improved that sector by 58 thousandths, so he will be into the 17.2s if he can complete Death Dragon into the pit. So Wouter, looking, has he carried that extra time around with him so far?
17-1.
Completely knocks my prediction out of the park. But what can Pease do? Pease is nearly 2 tenths quicker than his previous time. So can he get P2? And he can with a 1:17.444.
Massive improvement. And Curtis has invalidated as well. So that is Q3 done and dusted.
Yes. But exactly 1/10 between Pease and Death Dragon, and there is 1 point between Pease and Death Dragon, but not for Wouter. Wouter is 3 tenths in front of Pease, so he is going to be the man to chase. Had OP, says Glock. I thought Glock was Pad though, so
he
well,
is. I think that's more of a joke if Wouter may be on the wheel. I don't know if we can confirm that fact, but that may just be a bit of a sarcastic banter, as we may say.
Yes. But we have our Q3 session decided, and Wouter, the 2 additional championship points go to him for earning pole position with a 1:17.1, which is a phenomenal time. And they weren't able to be beat by Pease. Pease only getting in within 3 tenths of that time, but Death Dragon taking it P3, Curtis P4, Mikey G P5, Liam P6, Keezer P7, Chewy P8, Bannister P9, and rounded off the session, Energetics in P10.
Now, looking back at last season of this race, it seemed to be quite a penalty-heavy track. I mean, we've seen the invalidated laps already in quali. These guys going into the race now are just going to have to be careful where it's so close on pace.
Now, Wouter is 67 points behind DJ and 66 points behind Pease. But he probably could. He's 37 points behind Curtis. So there's every chance that in the next 5 rounds he could get up to a top 3 finish.
I definitely wouldn't count him out of it, considering we've got 5 rounds, and one of those has also got a sprint involved as well.
Yes, but we all know what that could entail. So the sprint race will decide, which is actually the next round in Britain. Sprint race will decide the qualifying order. So yeah, be interesting to see how next week does play with the championship battle. But our drivers currently putting in their strategies for tyres for this Albert Park Grand Prix.
And I did a little bit of diving into the tyre strategy, just while it was on the subject, Blue, if you don't mind.
No, it's fine. I was segueing that way.
Oh, sweet. We're on the same wavelengths this evening. That's a good start. So, last season, most popular strategy, and it looks like it could be again, is going to be the one stops, mediums and the hards, 2 harder compounds. Easiest way to get through. Can possibly 2 stop. The softs are that much faster, but they do not last very long. The delta between the mediums and the softs is about a second a lap quicker. And as I say that, all the pit stop strategies have come up on the screen there. And the hards are about only half a second quicker on the mediums.
But we look to have a bit of a mix in the field between hards and mediums.
Ooh. No one's gone for the brave softs.
11 hards and 9 mediums, but there it is on the screen now. 1 stop, 11 laps on the mediums, then onto the hards till the end, or you can go soft, medium, hard. But as you say, nobody has opted for that. But the top 4, as you say, the title protagonists, all on the hard compound. So Mikey G looking to get a good start on some medium tyres, and then it's a right mix as we go down.
Someone told Wouter that it is a formation lap. He seems to have sprinted away off at the front there. He's going to be sat on the grid for a while with cold tyres.
He has sprinted away, but joining this session now, we have Gogs and Pillars at the back. Pillars for rounding the team of Marlborough. So currently leading the Constructors title. So they're now got a full armory to make the attack with. But as you say, Wouter coming around the penultimate corners, just rapid around here. But P's also just thinking, even though this is the formation lap, I'm not going to let you get too far ahead of me. Because yes,
I think found that very strange. But I do believe by the looks of it, actually, Wouter is on the pad. The way he was controlling the car.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm not quite sure what Glock was getting at earlier.
Right. So, should we try a replay for the race start? I normally end up missing it, so I'm gonna make
I
sure.
I think we can,
because we could
treat the viewers.
Yeah, we could have a instant.
Oh, Xerxes there, heating up the rears and nearly ended up straight in the pit wall.
We have a few drivers disqualified, but we have the immersive setting on for the getting up to the grid spot. So if they are disqualified, they are just reset to track, and then the race will proceed as normal.
29 laps around Melbourne. I'll throw the start over to you, Bloom.
Yes, and we have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Go, 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 let's go racing. And I can't see how the drivers are doing at the start, but Wouter does get a good start. P's trying to chase him down. Death Dragon tailing behind. Under threat from Curtis, but they do all get through turn 1 relatively clean.
We've got a Castrol that's gone wide.
Yes, Chewy down.
2 Castrols. Mikey and Chewy, Mikey G and Chewy have both had a moment in turn 1 and 2.
That's not what
that is massive for the constructors.
Wouter, P's, Death Dragon, Curtis, all with a good, clean start. Teaser already making up places. Teaser up 2 places. Liam, Energetics also improving.
Glock's down in. I was about to say Glock's down in 19th, but he must have had a moment actually because Chewy's passed him.
Yeah, we're having a bit of a pot 4 battle there, but Xerxes getting mixed in between just Mikey and Bannister.
And well, man of the moment, I'd probably say just for myself there, Ramsell up into P8. What a start on an opening lap for the Marlborough driver.
Yeah, Bannister really struggling there. Droftas making his way past him. Droftas up 5 places. Pillars also up 6. So no real place changes at the top, but it's all gain down the midfield.
Wouter's trying to really push away already from Peas and DJ.
Oh! Was you on board with Peas?
Nice catch by Pillars. I was watching Pillars from behind. That was... Ooh.
Yes, good job saving that one.
And that's a man who's just jumped on after no quali and is just gunning for it. But Ramsell's made the move on Callum. Ramsell's up in a P7. Marlborough looking very strong already in the early laps. Sorry.
Yeah, 3 up into the top 7. So Marlborough, there's a reason why they are leading the constructors title right now, but they are going to have to carry this through all 29 laps to get a good result. And Liam picking up a penalty there. Just a reminder of the strategy there on screen for the medium tyres.
Just a quick update as well, though. We have had Mikey G have to pit, so that is going to be full repairs. Plenty of time to get back into it, so head down for the Castrol driver. He needs to just crack on now and see what he can do.
Glock making his way past Chewy there, I think. Was there any incident involving Glock at the start? Because there seemed to be...
No, I think there was yellow. He may have had a moment, but Chewy had a moment at turn 1, so he was definitely behind Glock. And I looked back at the timings and Glock was in front. But Glock is practically pushing Blood and Sand. And he's quite a simple move there for the John Player special driver there.
Oh, we've got...
Marlborough round. Who's that?
Pillars.
And Castrol's have to go wide to take avoiding action. That's Sloth.
Yeah,
Sloth's got damage.
Yeah, missing end plate is in the pits. DRS has now been enabled, and Pease is having a look on Wooter coming down into the end of Sector 1. But not able to make the move, but there is some moves happening further down the board.
Blood and Sand has had a moment, unfortunately, going through turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, Blood and Sand stationary on the map there. Really unfortunate for Pillars, but as you say, just getting used to the track. But Pease is really bringing the fight to Wooter now. Weren't able to get close to him in qualifying, but he is deadly close to him now as the race has begun. Full tank of fuel, hard tyres. Is that the difference?
DRS open as well. That is going to be the main factor into attack and defend. And he's going to have a look, but I have a feeling he's going to... full course yellow, VSC. That's come at just at the right time for Wooter. That has saved his bacon. But I believe Blood and Sand has had a moment as is out.
No, I don't think he's out. He was stationary, but I think
he's not out. Oh, okay.
He doesn't have a front wing though.
Right
then. The VSC to get the marshals out, pick up that front wing. Now, hopefully, we won't go too quickly. Let's see if we can get a replay from the start. No, I don't know what that's a replay of. Let's just go back to the main screen.
I mean, the one thing I just wanted to touch on as we go back under green already, that's perfectly timed for Wooter. That's covered him off 2 DRS zones there. Castrol, unfortunately, having a bit of a mare of a first couple laps.
Yeah, well, we did see them early incidents with Chewy and Mikey G. Chewy able to recover more, but Mikey G was pitting for a front wing. But Gogs making his way past Bannister. Got any other close?
Glock's in the pits. Glock just made a pit stop.
He did, yes. Yeah, I think he must have been involved in something on lap 1 then, because I was surprised it
very strange.
Many positions up. But I'm going to have to flick now to our top 4 because DRS open for Pease. No VSC to halt the attack this time, but he wasn't close enough to make the move.
I think Pease is going to be waiting for that start finish straight, or at least this run to 3. If he makes any move prior to that, he's going to come under attack straight away from Wooter.
Yeah, because this DRS straight for the start finish straight, same activation point for the second DRS straight. So really powerful here through the chicane now. And even if P's got in front of Wooter, he will have DRS for the second dose also. And
well, unfortunately, they're already. Well, I say it's unfortunate. They are starting to catch traffic again, and Blood and Sand is just up the road from the leaders. If it's timed right, Wooter could even get a bit of DRS here.
We've got Gogs looking to make a move on Bannister. He's on the inside, and that's a relatively tidy move from the reserve driver on the John Player Special.
And it looks like we had a position change as well between teammates, between just Mikey and Droftas as well. Droftas up to 10th. But I'm just keeping a close eye on the battle at the front.
Yeah.
Half a second, well, just over half a second, sorry, separate the top 3.
Back on with P's. DRS is open. Can he make a position running on a road? But that DRS straight does put him right on the gearbox of the Puma driver. So DRS point here enables you for the next 2 DRS zones. He's not quite close enough to make a move on this straight, but as I say, we'll get him closer. So the next DRS point, he should be able to make a move, and I think that's.
Curtis is at a moment. That was very strange. He was ghosted going down the start-finish straight.
He is pulling.
He's
over.
on used tyres. Yes.
He's got a full wing, so I think maybe he caught somebody because that looked like he was handing places back. And now he's off away again. So a lot of racing respect there. If he's caused an incident for somebody and he's pulled by, losing plenty of positions to make sure that he could return the place he maybe wrongfully gained. But some movement further down.
We do see that quite a lot in this league.
Just Mikey dropping down the order.
Oh, no.
But Pease is
The penalties are starting to rack up as well.
Now. Pease only a tenth with DRS Open going the long way round, able to get the move done.
I don't think Wuter. Oh no!
Wuter's lost the back end. He was on the curb, tried to apply the pressure, and just lost the traction.
I was just about to say, in regards to that, Wuter, I think wasn't going to fight it too much to try and get the DRS back on Pease, but Pease will be really trying to get away now. DJ is going to want to hang on to the back of him because this is now the championship fight.
Yeah, only 1 point separate them. I think I've said it about 15 times, but hey ho, this will be our battle for the next few laps at least. And Death Dragon was having a look on the inside then, but not enough road to make that move. And Dropdas and Callum having a bit of a ding dong. Dropdas coming out in front. But Curtis...
Just wanted to clarify, they're only separated by 1 point.
Oh, and Blood and Sanders retired from the session. I think he is in the pit.
And Mikey's round.
Mikey's round again, yeah. Not a good day in the office for Mikey. Blood and Sand looks to be a pit and quit. Oh, and we've got to go back to Pease and Death Dragon because they are incredibly close. Coming now, DRS Open for the Marlboro driver. Can he get close to the Samsung car? Samsung defending the inside heavily there, but not enough road for Marlboro to get that move done.
Pease using all the curb on the runoff there to try and make sure he can get the drive to stay ahead. It looks like we had a bit of an issue with Mikey G further back as well, but he's got going again. No caution thrown. But DJ riding on the back of Pease, DRS Open, battery being deployed. I think whoever's trying to get away here needs to do it sooner rather than later because I have a feeling Wooter's going to have the bit between his teeth. While all this pandemonium's happened, Ramsel is up into 5th place.
Fair play. Ramsel gained 6 places there.
And he is on the back of Liam. He's not by himself. He is just outside of DRS on Liam as well.
Death Dragon having a right old show, but do we have enough time? I think we might just be able to squeeze it in. Let's go to the instant replay on how Pease got that position. Pease, I won't talk because I'll be talking on the other stream.
I mean, I think it'd be safe to do so personally. It was a beautiful move, and we did catch the fact that Wuter had a moment. We've had a yellow, though, thrown. Samsung, I think, may have gone round. Can't quite tell who it was, though.
That might have been Dropdas. He looked to be the cork in the bottle, but Xerxes got past him. But now Death Dragon having a right wave behind Pease. He's desperate to get this move off him. The current championship leader by a point.
Just Mikey's gone. We have lost Mikey.
Oh, that is a full safety car.
And it's a safety car. Safety car.
And Death Dragon right at the pit entrance. Is either of them going to go in? No.
They haven't blinked. No. I think at this stage it's a bit early, but no, to be fair, anyone on the mediums can take advantage of this. Medium drivers can pit now. Ramsel's in as well. This is massive. Wooter's in. Medium tyres on the one stop is around about 13 laps. You're 3 laps behind the safety car is going to get you around lap 11 or 12 here. So they could stretch this. This is perfect for any medium runners to get onto the hards.
This is insane. But Wuter, he's going alternative strategy.
Yeah, we've seen the man do it before. Now he's going to have to stretch those mediums to the end or hope for another caution and get the softs on. But right now, I think all eyes really point towards the likes of Keyser, Ramsel. I'd even say Wuter and Callum J. Tyler at the moment. These guys, the guys at the front with fresh tyres on.
Well, Wuter has come out the pits in 11th place. Now, because the safety car came out before Pease and Death Dragon actually got to the pit lane, the safety car came out and they was immediately caught. Oh, and we have CM Skate putting his bits in. 1,000 bits, thank you very much, CM Skate. And we did also miss the fact that System followed us as well earlier on. So let's just
we did get a follow early on, and it was nice to see CM Skate as well. Hope you're well, man.
So this has really juggled up the order. So Dropdas 12 positions gained, Xerxes 10 positions gained, but we know he was having some trouble in qualifying, getting a valid lap in, so he's managing quite well these first 8 laps. Oh, and Ramsel's joined.
I mean,
Didn't know Ramsel had disconnected.
I didn't see that, but I just want to know, is anyone else going to come in? Is anyone going to go for the pits? No, the leaders are passed. No one's coming in. Yeah, Ramsel's currently ghosted, so he may have disconnected, but he's back in the session, as you pointed out. So he's going to want to be taking control of his car sooner rather than later.
So interesting to see the tyres now. Top
Ramsel's
7.
no longer ghosted. Just to update quickly, Ramsel looks like he's back in control of his car.
No, fantastic news. Good to see Ramsel back in the session. Currently P10. Don't know how long he was ghosted for, but let's see if he can improve on that position as we get going. But the top 7 drivers haven't pitted. They're on the hard tyres. Keezer was the first one to pull the trigger on the safety car pit. So he's gone from his medium tyres to his hard compound. So he should be able to comfortably make the rest of the race. But we do have Wouter in 11th place, who went from the hard to the medium. So will he manage to get them to the end? And if he does, will there be much traction left on them?
I was just going to point out as well, that's a big play by Marlborough. 2 of the 4 drivers, well, actually 3 of the 4, beg your pardon, getting onto the hards early. Pillars in 16th, but Ramsel and Keezer both jumping early, which could pay dividends to them come the end of the session itself.
So we've got Mikey G just trailing behind. Is he going to catch quick enough for the safety car to come in?
I believe it will be in this lap.
It's getting a bit late.
But we've seen this game do it before. They've dropped it right before the final corner, so it wouldn't surprise me.
We have, but I do think this is... Oh,
there we go.
Coming in. Good call, EA. Third nostrils. And just to say that there is the EA Sports sign for F122. But please, for the safety car restart, he's currently leading this race. Death Dragon will want to get that position from him, and Wouter will want to work his way from P11. And
he's going to want to leave it as late as possible, but he's gone early. He's gone very early.
He's gone. And
the ones to keep an eye on, actually, Xerxes has had a brilliant start on Liam.
Fantastic camera shot there, but yeah, Xerxes.
Oh, we've had someone go off. Energex has gone right across turn 1 there. He's completely missed his braking zone, but he's stayed out of the way. There's no issues. Keys are benefiting from that, up into 7th.
I'm not going to say anything about who also went off there.
No. Why did you? No.
Castrol not having a good day. Pillars made his way past. Chewy really. I don't know if he's holding his teammates up there, but they're mixing it up entirely.
Those 3 are going for it.
No team orders there, or that was them trying to implement team orders. But P's still in the lead. Death Dragon chasing Liam, Xerxes, Droftas, Curtis, really incredibly close to the back of the Samsung driver.
I still can't get over the fact that we lost to Marlborough just then. I was just about to say how brilliant restart he just got. He was all over the back of the car in front, and I cut to the other action. I've missed it. So.
Oh, and Wouter.
But Wouter making moves on Energex. So Wouter on the mediums. He's coming for them.
This opening lap of the restart, he's gained 3 places already. He is chasing, but how good are their medium tyres going to be come the time he is then looking at Peas or Death Dragon?
Well, he's definitely going to be... Well, at the moment, they'll be coming out behind. If he keeps the pace up, he's going to have to build up enough of a buffer so he can cover himself off, because they're going to be attacking him come the end of this race.
Curtis was applying the pressure to Droftas there, but he kind of got a little bit loose on that very first chicane. We'll have to back up a little bit, but we will have DRS next lap.
Oh, Callum and Bannister side by side coming through. Oh, Callum's got a little bit wide, and Bannister's regained the position, and in doing so, he's lost out to Pillars. And now he's getting swallowed up by the sea of oil of the Castrol driver's Sloth now, taking advantage.
Nice play. But Pillars and Bannister side by side. Now Pillars! Bannister, sorry.
Oh! Massive hit for Bannister. He's out. Straight into the wall.
We have another safety car now, but we have the pack all bunched up. Is this going to be where Peas, Death Dragon, Liam, Xerxes, Droftas, and Curtis will have to pit?
I think the likes of Energetics definitely should be. Yeah, anyone who has it at this stage, like Glock as well. I can imagine we're going to see these boys coming in now.
See,
The hards normally run about 16 laps. This will take them up to that pit window. Peas is in. DJ's in. Liam's staying out. Xerxes is in. So here we go. Droff's in. They're all coming in now.
Yeah. Wouter staying out, obviously. He's going to have a job, though, now because...
Surely he should have put on the fresh set of tyres and go to. Then he knows he can run to the end.
You don't have a fresh set of mediums. This game doesn't
No
give you
hards.
the option to carry...
Surely, do you only get one set of hards?
No, you only get one set of mediums. But the hards will... Yeah, I don't...
I mean, yeah, if he, I don't know, if he went for the hards, he could have put himself... He'd have been on the slower tyre, but he'd have been on fresh rubber for the rest of the race.
But we see position changes now. Pillars, 16 places gained. Droftas is quite low down. I was expecting to see him higher, but obviously I think the pit strategy and these safety cars has really had its way with the racing order at the moment.
Oh, definitely. I think Ramsel's going to be counting his lucky stars that this has happened, though. He's up to P11 now, and that's brought him straight back in.
See, now this is where Wouter is going to have to try and get away as much as he possibly can on them medium tyres, because I just don't think they're going to be very good come the end. But the safety car is going to be reserving some of the life of that tyre come near the end of the race.
For sure. I think there's going to be a few guys going to want to be making the move, like say Peas, DJ. I can't imagine Ramsel's going to be getting in the way of DJ much in regards to the inter-team battles.
He is the meat in this championship sandwich right now.
But the interesting one to note for me personally, Xerxes right on the back of who were the leading two on a fresh set of mediums. He's shown some good pace already early on. Could we see a bit of an upset from a Puma?
Well, yeah, we've got a bit of an upside down table right now, because we've got guys at the front on a few lap old hards, but then we've got the guys, faster guys at the back with faster tyres ready to pounce.
I mean, if you take from 16th and reverse count it at the beginning of the season, I'm pretty sure that was the order, wasn't it?
Somewhere along that region, yeah.
It's not far off.
That's what I mean. It's just been a bit weird because we've had a safety car at the perfect pit stop strategy for the medium tyres and then the hard tyres, but it's really messed up the order.
I think what we could possibly see is a couple of two stops, to be honest. The mediums, they came in early by 3-4 laps, the same with the hards. So we could see everyone transitioning onto the softs. Should there be a VSC? Should there be another caution? There's still time for this to change.
There is. But I think this is where, again, Wouter is going to have to try and get away as far as he can, whilst Peas and Death Dragon have to fight through the traffic, because we've had two safety cars. There's nothing to say that there won't be another. And I don't
think he'll have that much hassle as well getting past Liam. 13-lap-old hards versus Wouter on 5-lap-old mediums.
No, but what I mean is Wouter's going to then maintain it. We've seen Wouter already make a mistake this race. So the safety car is coming in this lap. So Wouter needs to be able to get out in front and keep it clean. But then also not fall misfortune to another safety car, because that could really upset the order. But Peas, Death Dragon, I've got to try and get through the traffic of hard tyres to get back up to the race lead. But where will Wouter be at that point? That's what I mean. Wouter on these medium tyres might choose to try and get away. He might be able to open up an extra pit stop.
That's what I'm saying. Where they've gone earlier, the delta's about half a second difference between the mediums and the hards. That's when they're fresh. But where is Liam going to go? Liam's gone.
I think he went 2 corners ago, mate, to be fair.
I was going to say he seemed to leave him, but Wouter's not letting him go. Quick moving up the field, though, is Callum. And who's gone round?
Sloth. And he's lost a full wing, so not very good for the Castrol driver there. And Pillar's picking up a penalty as well, so not.
That's going to be big, but just going to stay on board with Wouter, because I can imagine this is going to be a quick dispatch. P's already making moves up the field. Xerxes, we've got Ramsel's round. No, again.
Well, he was the meat in that sandwich. Peas now has Chewy in between him and his main championship rival behind.
I think the main one's going to be as soon as they catch the Marlborough boys as well. I can't imagine that DJ's going to have much traffic with them.
Mikey G side by side with Callum. He was looking to make the move, unable to do it on that occasion. But what fantastic racing he had there. But Death Dragon past Chewy. Oh, it's going on everywhere. Death Dragon past Chewy.
Peas on Gogs.
Past Clock. Callum. I was saying Callum and Glock at the same time.
I mean, I think the next move. Oh, Xerxes on Chewy as well. Yeah, they're all moving through now. I think the next move we might be seeing on the start finish straight is going to be Wouter on Liam for the lead.
Well, that might have cost Wouter dearly not being able to get past Liam on that opening lap, because Death Dragon and Peas making up lots of places and Wouter not even able to make one yet.
No, Liam's defending well. He's been able to deploy and he's just stayed in front. The no DRS right now is really hurting Wouter's chance. What this is doing is Keyser, who's on the hards, is sticking within a reasonable time. Same with Pillars and Mikey G as well. So Wouter needs to go for it. He's having a proper sniff around the back of Liam now. Yeah, Peas is all over the back of Mikey G. They are clawing themselves back in to this. Wouter, I think, is running out of time to make this move and still get away.
Yeah, I think Peas and Death Dragon are benefiting the most at the minute. But as you say that...
Wouter, they're side by side for the lead. They're side by side. Wouter's done it.
Like you say, that was incredibly hard for Wouter to get past somebody on much older hard tyres.
It shows where this is a track where there's not many braking zones, to be honest, now, where they've changed it. The straight line speed is going to cover it. And Liam just had the battery to defend. Wouter doing something we don't normally see, and he's deployed pretty much half his battery already just to try and get past.
No. And we've got Draftas and Curtis off. Not sure what happened there, but definitely an instant between the pair of them. And we do see carbon fibre on the track. But let's go back down now. We've got Xerxes quite close to his teammate Callum. DRS enabled.
DRS enabled as well.
It won't be down this start finish straight or the next straight. It won't be till we round into sector 3 where we see the DRS open. Because the activation point is before the lap starts.
I mean, I think that's what Wouter's going to want as well. Wouter's already need breaking a second on Liam, and DJ, quite important there, picking up a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, Xerxes making his way past his teammate Callum. Callum on hard.
I can't imagine there'd be much of a fight there. Xerxes is going to be chasing down the likes of DJ. That's the fight that's going on for him right now.
Well, quite important. Death Dragon outside of DRS of Mikey G.
And Peas right on the DRS of both the Marlboroughs. Sorry to say there, but Pillars and Keyser.
Yeah, and Wouter has not got away from Liam yet. Liam on them 16-lap old hards is phenomenal.
This is going to be doing wonders for him now. He's just going to be getting towed along now.
He is, because he's got DRS, so he's following the slipstream of the strongest driver this session.
Calm down, Bloom. I know it's getting good. Don't get all flustered on us now. Stick with us.
So
got a move there with Draftas and Curtis going again.
Yeah, well, Draftas, Curtis, sorry, the one with the most visible damage. So we did know there was an incident between them beforehand, but Peas looking
Wouter. Sorry, Wouter picking up a 3-second penalty as well. So everyone's picking up penalties now. Who can keep it clean?
Peas is the highest driver at the moment without a penalty, and it looked like he missed his breaking point. He went awfully close to the back of Pillars. But I tell you what,
this is where though it's going to get challenging for Peas.
He's got back of that Marlborough, and it won't feel like a pillar.
Oh yeah, no. Pillars though is getting that DRS of Keyser getting the toe as well. And that is just going to make it harder for Peas to make the move because he's got 2 obstacles in his way. Both these, of course, being Marlboroughs. Just saying, DJ's in the title fight. I don't think they're going to make it easy for him. However, if they trip over each other like that, though, Peas might get them both.
Peas
has got on the grass. He's had to take avoiding action. That is massive.
And all this is going to be playing into Wouter's hand, but Wouter not running away phenomenally yet. He's managed to get another second on Liam.
I mean, The big one for me actually is DJ. Is right on the back of Mikey G. And looks like he's going to be making the move. So next up the road for DJ, if he can clear the Castrol, is going to be Peas.
But Death Dragon can't do anything without DRS activated on Mikey G. Also, just seemed to be like,
I mean,
completely neutralised the attack there.
I don't know where Mikey G got the DRS from because he was outside a second, but it doesn't matter. Peas is going for the move on Kiza. They're side by side. He's late on the brakes. He's running around the outside, flicks to the inside for the Samsung, and he moves up into fourth. That is important. Now he's going to have to set his sight on pillars and get himself into that top three.
That was impressive. I think I missed it, but it was impressive. Phenomenal driving from the pair there.
But what this has done, though, is bunched them all up, all the way from third to seventh. That has brought DJ right into this. DJ, though, is going for the move on Mikey G, deploying the battery. He's just gone right round the outside. Are they going to be side by side? No, Mikey G concedes. So now we have Peas in between three Marlboros.
Yes. Peas in a cloud of smoke called Marlboro right now.
I mean, if you've ever heard of anything saying make your car, what is it, defend like a lion? Or as I say that, Pillars has got a bit of a kick, and the grip of Peas is so impressive. What a move. There's contact between teammates.
No. That was
what is this? This is just slowing down DJ. DJ's had to get his way through, but Keyser and Pillars tripping over each other nearly cost DJ massively there.
That was crucial because Peas made the move before the DRS detection point.
Saying that, Mikey G's followed him through. Mikey G's taken them both.
That left the window open for the Marlboros to make their way past Peas again because he made the move before the detection point. So he was surrendering DRS down the start-finish straight, but their little fumble meant that they weren't able to capitalise on that.
I would not want to be in that team debrief after this race, I'll tell you that much. Not at all after that.
Now, let's see if I did catch that move on the instant replay. Let's have a look. I think I was a bit too late. We do see the move between Peas and Keyser. Phenomenal racing all around. But now the fight now comes down to the fact that Peas is 5 seconds off Wouter. He's on a few lap fresher tyres, but we have a Castrol round Sloth, I believe. Was he making way for a lapped car? I don't think he was.
No, I think he just had a bit of a moment as a couple of these guys that have gone onto the softs have, I think, either pushed a bit too hard to try and catch back up, but they've just struggled with the rear stability.
Right, we're going to have to talk driver of the day. Now, I want to throw Liam in for driver of the day because he's currently second, but he hasn't pit yet. So I understand that that's not a true reflection of his place. But
I think he might be doing an Albon pitting on the last lap.
Yeah. Well, the fight he brought to Wouter there was phenomenal. And look, we've got a repeat of that session now because now he's defending from Peas. Let's see how Liam can defend against another title protagonist, as you so aptly put it.
I think in regards to driver of the day poll as well, Pillar's definitely up there for me personally. Starting at the back, currently sitting sixth. Ignoring the little incident with the teammates there, I think he's had a really strong drive so far. But just sticking on board with Peas personally at the moment, he is right on the back of Liam. What has Peas got left? He doesn't have much battery in regards to that side of it. If anything, Liam's got a little bit more. Yeah.
Liam is still able to defend.
But what's interesting is DJ is really struggling to catch up to Peas. You would have thought it'd be the other way around considering how old Liam's tyres are, but you say he's making it nigh on impossible for people to get by.
Yeah, he's doing a phenomenal job. So again, it's not about outright pace, is it? Because Liam has got some racecraft here where he's able to defend against these championship
We got to move from
drivers.
Droftas on Callum as well. Sorry, just after the second DRS straight. Bringing Droftas back up into the top 10 there for Samsung. But is Peas going to have a look here? Is he going to line him up for the next straight?
So close to the back of that reserve driver.
Both of them with 6% deployment. But he's gone for it. He's just going to go for it. He's using his battery. He's got 2% left. Liam, not bothered. I don't think he's going to fight that too hard. Liam knows that's not his fight at the moment, but that has really drained Pease's battery. And right now, Wouter, looking up the field a bit there, 57%.
Well, yes, but Wouter was 5 seconds ahead, and Pease has had Liam to deal with, but he still managed to shave 4/10 off him in that time as well. But most importantly, Death Dragon currently outside of DRS of Liam. So Liam will be able to drag his way back up as we've got
And Energetics is round. Peace has picked up a penalty as well now. So the next guy on track who doesn't have a penalty is Mikey G.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So our top 4 drivers, mostly consisting of just missing Curtis, who had an incident with draft dash, so he's dropped down. But our top 4 back up the top.
Just to kind of add to the penalty situation, the top 4 all with 3 seconds, and then Pillars and Glock as well with 3 seconds. So you can see the intervals on your screen, I presume. Yes, you can. So anyone who's got good mental arithmetics can kind of work that one out from there.
Let's have a look. Penalties. Yeah, pretty much everybody with 3 seconds, bar Sloth, who's got 9.
Excuse me, sorry. Well, Yellow's out in 2. Who's that? Yeah, I think it's Energetics is at a moment.
Yeah, Energetics again. But Death Dragon now in DRS of full course caution. We have.
VSC.
Yes, I think that is for.
I think that's come out. Oh, Liam's in. Liam's taken advantage of the VSC to make his one stop. Is he going to the softs? He's gone for the softs as well. He's stopping it from hards to softs. What a strategy.
Right, driver of the day poll is up for your votes. Liam on your
just to add on to that, Liam has come out the pits is P8, so he is not without a shout yet.
P8, still under VSC, so he's gained the most from that. But he is on soft tyres when the guys in front of him are on hards, and perfectly timed as now the VSC has ended. Curtis and Gogs both going into the pits now, so that's not timed as well. Energetics.
The one thing I was
still having him there. Energetics.
The one thing I noticed in regards to the front as well, you mentioned in regards to Pease gaining on Wouter. Pease is still reeling Wouter in, and yet Pease has got no battery left. Wouter's sat on so much deployment. I don't know if he's going to just wait to defend, but Pease is reeling him in quick.
Liam already bringing the attack to Glock. He's going to have to just keep it clean through this sector so that then he can DRS down here and take the position from the John Player Special. Glock, one of our veteran drivers, not really able to do much on 14-lap old hard tyres.
That delta at the front, the gap is just dropping between Pease and Wouter. I don't know if Wouter feels like he's comfortable with only 5 laps to go, but Pease is just reeling him in. That's another several tenths taken this lap. Well, he's taken an average of maybe half a second, 6 tenths a lap.
We've most importantly got the penalties to consider as well, because like, as you say, Mikey G, without a penalty, currently within 3 seconds of Death Dragon. So the top 3 penalties will all negate each other.
Saying that, Xerxes isn't too far off that as well.
No, Xerxes is only within 3 seconds. So Death Dragon could be demoted to 5th as it stands. And we have, who do we have? Curtis. Curtis was off, struggling on them fresh soft tyres, I believe. So he was away.
I think generally Liam, he's got enough laps as well. I think he could be within a shot here of a top 6 easy. I say top 6 easy. 1 lap old softs compared to 16 lap old hards. The delta is heavily in Liam's favour right now.
It's unbelievable, this race from Liam. It kind of came out of nowhere. It was concentrating on the front pack. And then Liam was just in there. And
thought he was crazy for not pitting under the safety car and staying out. Yeah. And yet he's sat there and proved it why. Do you know what? I think the ones to make, if I don't think I'd even count him out, maybe trying to get Xerxes here because he's taken over a second and a half out of Pillars in that lap alone.
Xerxes, another driver in the driver of the day vote. So get on to the Twitch stream, put your votes in. But looking close to make a move. Chewy is in DRS range of Callum.
The gap at the front as well, under 3 seconds. Pease is still bringing that time down. Is that rain on the screen?
That is.
That's rain. We got rain last minute. And hold on, Pillars, sorry, is about to come under attack from Liam. Liam's gone for the move on Pillars straight away, but we've got rain. 4 laps to go.
Now I can tell you whose tyres I would prefer to be on as Energetics is retired in. I can tell you whose tyres I would prefer to be on as the track gets greasy from the wet weather. I'd rather.
And I think right now Liam's loving this.
But he does have that penalty to contend with. But then also we need to think about the top guys as well, because Wooter, Pease, and Death Dragon all have penalties. Mikey G, closing that gap to Death Dragon, so Death Dragon might lose out. But if Wooter or Pease picks up another penalty, that might be the end of this battle.
I mean, I'm going to be personally sticking with this Liam progression at the moment because he's dropped Pillars by 2 seconds in the space of the third sector. He's flying at the moment. At the moment, I think the likes of Xerxes and Mikey G are probably going to be praying this rain comes down a bit quicker because those softs just are rapid.
Well, Glock didn't do too good of a dry dance because his powers have worn off with only a few laps to go at the end of this race. But are we going to see a wet track? Because rain is falling, but there's sometimes it starts to fall, but it doesn't actually affect the track until later.
I mean, me and you have both been on the games before where we get that awkward, greasy track that isn't right for inters, but it is still slicks, but you just feel the car sliding everywhere.
Yeah, and I've got to say kudos to guys like Xerxes. He was having trouble with this track in the dry in qualifying, but he's had 26 laps on. Oh, well, as I say that, he goes a bit sideways coming round the final sector, but he did catch it and did a fantastic job of doing that save. Just as I was talking about it as well. But we do.
Well, I was going to say, we know a lot of the drivers do listen to the stream. DRS has been disabled. This is a wet track now.
Yeah, I was just about to say we do still have DRS enabled, but the racing gods beat me to it.
Liam is 1.7 seconds behind Xerxes now. Penalty or no, this boy is on fire.
Bar the guys from 13th onwards, Liam.
Glock's in the pits. Glock's for inters. Glock's gone for inters. So's Droft. Callum, he's in the pit. Are we going to see a really late upset? Are they expecting this rain to hit hard?
Well, something else we've missed. P's now 0.7 of a second away from Wooter.
Wow, okay.
In better language. But these two, they're on the penultimate lap. So when they cross the line, they only have 1 lap to go. So a pit might be too much for these guys to contend with. But
Xerxes, I don't know if it drops heavy enough. They could be dropping time very quick. Inters could come in.
Battle for P4 is spicing up, but P4 could turn into P3.
Mikey G's right there. Oh, wait, this is insane. Droft, the DJ's right there as well. Liam could have a shot at DJ.
This is insane, but all at the same time. I can see that gap at the top just closing and closing and closing.
Down.
Now, Wooter, Pease, neither of them coming into the pits, which I think is the right move.
Liam's made the move on Xerxes. Second to last corner, he nearly collected him. But he's kept it clean. That rubber is doing him a good job.
Xerxes is pitting. But Pease still on Wooter. You can see the wetness on the track now. You can really see it coming down. Pease not able to make a move on Wooter right this moment, but it's all to play for.
Liam is getting in on Mikey G quick still. Even on this track condition, those softs are just showing the grip. And, Mikey G's gone deep. A little bit, but no, Liam's sticking with him. The inters, though, are starting. Yeah, the inter drivers are starting to come through.
Yeah.
Where is Glock going to be compared to Xerxes? Xerxes has cleared him. That's okay, and that's safe for him.
I can't move off this.
It's 1/10 at the front. I've just seen that. Sorry, Bloom, please just cut in at any point.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I can see Mikey G and Liam still all close to each other.
Liam's going to go for it. Oh, he's up. Oh, is he gonna look for it? He just doesn't have the battery to make the move. Mikey's got defensive.
Most importantly, Pease is coming down the inside. He's took the place from Wouter on the final lap. He's took the place from Wouter, and Liam also takes it from Mikey G.
He's got 4/10 on DJ as well. It's a brilliant move by Pease. With 2 corners to go, takes the lead of the race. Liam, with 3 corners to go, could possibly be in a shot for a podium shout here, but the penalty's in play. Mikey G as well just needs to hang on.
Yeah, Pease led some of this race after Wouter made an early call for the pit stop, but the pit strategy came down to the final few corners when Pease wins the Australian Grand Prix. Wouter takes second. A Death Dragon might hold
Liam's
on
going to go
third
down to
place.
the line with DJ. He's pulling alongside. He just doesn't have the battery.
Oh, and Mikey G inherits third place from the penalties. Liam, 51 thousandths off third place, crossing the line. But Pillars crosses the line now to take P6. And now we have the intermediate drive. Xerxes did take a last minute pit, and he was disqualified from the session. What? Right, we'll have to check that out. I don't really know what happened there.
I think that's very weird, but it was an interesting call by the guys on Inters. I think they did what they thought was right. I'm all saying that Callum making a last lap move on Gogs around the final corner, so the Inters did make a dividends for him, get him into the top 10.
Unbelievable end to this race. Unbelievable.
If there was another lap or two, I think we could have seen a different outcome at the top there. The Inters looked like they were really starting to come alive there.
Yeah, Curtis and Slough, not a race they will be happy with, but nevertheless, they crossed the line, taking points 13th and 14th. And that rounds off our race here in Albert Park.
I must have missed something there because it says the gap, the delta between Wouter and Peace was 6 seconds. So unless Wouter picked up another penalty, Wouter must have had a moment coming out the final corner.
I think he did, but there was a moment in the third sector, but it was all going on. Peace had already taken the place. But what a race. What a race. I can't believe.
Once again, another grandstand finish for us to spectate and bring to you all this evening. The Twitch chat going off again there. Xerxes not very happy with that last minute call, I think, that he made. That was the difference between, well, that could have been the podium for the Puma driver.
Yes, definitely. Yes. I mean, he was having a fantastic race. Considering the qualifying session that he had, but J Marks was unable to race today, but he obviously was able to watch, and he said, "What a race, GG boys!"
Xerxes, I wasn't trying to bring anything up. I'm just stating what it could have been. All right.
Yes, but no, yes, Wouter did only have a 3-second penalty there, but Pease unbelievably taking this race on the final lap. Wouter taking second place. Go on.
I was just going to say Liam winning the driver of the day poll.
Yes, fantastic job for Liam. But Mikey G taking third place, Death Dragon 4th, Liam 5th, Pillars 6th, Droftas 7th, Glock 8th, Chewy 9th, Callum 10th, Gogs 11th, and I'm going to run out of time, but there is our finishing order.
Well, somewhere around there was Xerxes as well. Remember, I believe he was around 7th or 8th. He was ahead of Glock. Yeah, so that'll be reviewed obviously by the stewards.
We will need to slot him back in his rightful place. And Princess Phoebes.
Just
go on.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say, not missing the bus tonight. There we go.
So we will move shortly into our driver interview room, but please bear with us whilst we try and get our drivers in there, and we will catch up with you as soon as we have somebody to talk to. Welcome to the driver interview room, everybody. And oh my God, what a finish we had to that race there. But we will first of all talk to our third place finisher, which I didn't see coming. But I think Digger was calling it on the penalties earlier on. And what a fantastic job Mikey G did on not getting any penalties, awarding him in the finish with third place. How was that for you, Mikey?
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy race, to be honest, lads. I was last after turn 1 on the first corner, so to come back and get a podium, yeah, it's a good result. And
Yeah.
and I can't stand the rain as well.
What happened on lap 1? Because we did see you involved in an incident, I think, with your teammate Chewy.
No, it was Curtis. It was.
Ah,
It was like I tried to go around the outside of Curtis on turn 1, and like on the exit, it was just close, and then just tiny bit of contact, and I went round.
Did we know about the rain coming at the end of the race, or was that unexpected?
Yeah, it was forecast.
It was forecast.
Yeah, but if we didn't have safety cars, obviously we wouldn't have had it.
No, very good point. Very good point. Because we had 2 full safety cars and didn't we have 2 VSCs?
Yeah, I think
yes,
it's
we
2
did.
VSCs.
Anything to add, Diggle?
To be fair, like you say, last after turn 1, coming home with the podium, clean race. You seem to just keep it clean. You made the moves when you needed to. Just the last couple of laps with the rain. Did you know that you needed to stay out on the slicks, or were you tempted at all by the inters at the end?
Well, yeah, I was tempted, but then when it got 2 laps before the end, I know the gain isn't as much. You know, it's very hard to gain 10 seconds a lap on anyone really. Like, you know, so I was thinking when it got to the last 2 laps, I was like, right, this is going to get slick and spicy. Let's try and keep this podium. And I was obviously battling DJ for a while. I was just trying to keep in his penalty. I'm just trying to keep in the DRS. And yeah, and then next thing, you know, the Liam came out of nowhere. And then I was like, oh my God, Christ. But then I seen he had a penalty as well. So I was like, I'm not going to try and do anything stupid. I'll try and keep him behind as long as I can. And then he can go hassle DJ and I'll just stick with them both and then steal the podium at the end. But yeah, it was it's a good comeback.
Clearly worked there. It was a brilliant drive as well. It's a nice one.
Yeah, fantastic drive, and congratulations on your third place finish. We now go to second place finish, which up until the final few corners would have been somebody else, but we now go to Wouter. Wouter, how was that last lap for you? That seemed incredible coming down to the wire.
Yeah, the puncture wasn't amazing. I was just chilling, and I knew the tires were not going to be that good in the end, but I thought I was going to make it. But then going into the last sector, just it popped.
It popped.
Yeah.
Your tire actually went? You had a puncture?
Oh yeah, I had the puncture. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't say that, because I was going to ask you, how was your tyres in the dry, because we know that you was pushing them mediums, extending them, so that it could suit your early call on the first safety car.
Oh yeah, I went to the mediums, and I think I was trying to go to the rain, but the rain didn't come early enough, and it wasn't like fully entered yet, only like for the last lap. So I had to manage a little bit and save the tires, but it wasn't enough. And then literally after the quick left right, I got the puncture, and there was no controlling the car anymore.
Well, we did see you drop off at that last sector, but obviously we've seen P's pushing, and obviously you trying to save your tires might explain the rapid delta change that we saw P's coming and chasing you. So yeah, really unfortunate at the end of the race there, because I think your strategy call early would have benefited had that puncture not came.
Yeah, 100%. I think I saw the gap drop with P's, and I was like, I just had to save ERS for the last attack from P's, but then the tire didn't last.
No, congratulations. It was really touch and go as to whether it was going to be you or P's on this top step. But penalties for both drivers as well, which is something unusual for us to see from you guys at the top.
Yeah, I made a few mistakes early on, and that's how I got 2 warnings already. And wasn't the best on penalties today. But
No, but we did see a lot of penalties throughout the track, so I think difficult track to keep within the track limits and keep out of the steward's office.
yeah,
But congratulations on, nevertheless, finishing second place. But now we go to the guy on the top step, and the top step in the final lap. Obviously, we now know a puncher was involved, but Pease, how was that chasing down the race lead in the final lap as the weather was changing?
It was fun. It was nice, just pushing, closing down. And then the rain came, and the track was a bit scary. So yeah, it was just about trying to push but not die at the same time. And in the end, I lucked out of it with his tire popping. But it would have been very, very close at the end because his tires were dead. So, yeah.
We thought the difference in strategies there was going to make it difficult for Wouter, and but we seen you reeling him in after that last virtual safety car. But yes, fantastic job getting onto the top step. Again, we thought you'd be battling that place with Death Dragon, but he unfortunately fell victim to the penalties.
Yeah.
Anything to add, Diggle?
No, to be honest, in regards to coming into the last part, you made the different decision in regards to like hunting down Wouter come the end there. We did notice, and to be fair, he's in the interview room at the moment, but when it came to catching Liam, did you find that was important to get past when you did and make sure you could get Wouter with a couple corners to go?
Yeah, it was that, and it was the Marlboros as well. Because those guys built an industrial steel wall, which I was stuck behind for about 3 laps, and I lost about I don't know how much time I lost. But yeah, that I knew getting past Liam was key, but I knew his tires were dead. The harder part was the Marlboros, because Jesus Christ, it was scary.
Yeah, we caught that on the feed, and to be fair, it looked like there was a slight bit of contact between two, and all that took was for you to take the opportunity and get away from it. So definitely made the move when you needed to there.
Yeah, exactly. I just had to get away because I knew that it's probably part of the team aspect because I saw DJ was behind me. He just got past Mikey, so they're trying to push me back. So as soon as I got the gap to go, I just had to go and gun for it.
No, well, like I say, you made the call when you needed to, and congratulations on those as well, Peace.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations, Pease, on the top step. But as Diggle said, we are joined by Driver of the Day winner, Liam. And we did see him getting involved in these top battles at the top, and we was very impressed to see him defending from these championship protagonists for quite some time. So, Liam, how was that race for you?
Yeah, it was a bit disappointing to get a penalty after like 2 laps. I was forced off early, which got me 1 warning, so I was going to try and contest it, but then I picked up a 4th warning later on anyway. So I don't normally get penalties at Australia like on this game, so yeah, it was a bit disappointing. But I kind of lucked out when that VSC come out and my tyres were dead. They were like 72% worn, so I was going to box anyway. And as soon as I saw the VSC, I thought, yeah, I got to do it. And just tried to do hards to the rain. Didn't really come, so fortunate in the end. But yeah, I was never going to defend like too hard from these guys because their tyres are obviously well fresher.
Well, you say you wasn't going to defend too hard, but as you say, you pushed them hard up past 20 laps. But it seems to not be too difficult for you to defend from the likes of Wouter and Pease.
It was. But I noticed early on that my car was really quick in a straight line compared to some of the others. Like throughout the first stint, I was staying with some of like the medium runners, and I still had like 95% ERS, so I was just kind of like I'd use it if I needed to defend, but obviously I tried to break the gap with Wouter early after that safety car and just try and stick with him as long as I could because I knew that he'd obviously pulled me a long way from the others, and I think that helped.
Yes, and as you say, I think we nearly saw you taking 3rd place across the line.
Yeah, that's quite exciting. I obviously knew the softs would be a lot better compared to everyone else. I was hoping maybe a few people would try and box, but Yeah, I tried to get it on the line, but DJ he did defend really well there, even with like the older tyres, and placed the car well. I couldn't get round him, but and it was a drag race, and I didn't really have enough ERS to compete then. But yeah, no, it was a good last couple of laps. Enjoyed that.
No, you really brought a spectacle for us fans, and well deserving of your driver of the day. Congratulations.
Welcome. Cheers.
Anything else from you, Diggle?
I mean, you summed it up pretty much there, Bloom. Made a brilliant call on the strategy, which kind of baffled us in the commentary booth because we weren't aware of the rain. So to see you go that far on the hards and bring out the softs at the end kind of got us all giddy watching along. Just fair play and congratulations on the drive. And well, is this going to be more to? Well, is this what we're going to see? Sorry, moving forward with 4 races to go.
I'll try whenever I can fill in. Sometimes I have work and stuff, so yeah, sometimes it's not always an option, which is why I'm happy just reserving and filling in where possible. But it's always good, obviously, trying to compete against the best.
Congratulations
Of
again.
course, and well, hopefully we see you again then. And again, to just reiterate off what Bloom said there, congratulations on driver of the day today, and it was a stellar drive.
Nice one, thank you.
And that rounds off round 9 for Formula 4. Join us next week for our second sprint race, where we will be at home in Britain for the British Grand Prix, and that does bring our championship battle another step forwards. Pease was 1 point behind. He'll now be a couple points clear of Death Dragon. So can he hold that championship lead, or will we see the top change once again? Join us next week to find out. Thank you very much.